Greetings, viewers. Welcome to another insightful video where we unravel the art of successful negotiations. Today, we're diving into a topic that is pivotal to our everyday lives, yet often overlooked: the art and science of negotiation. Negotiation is more than just haggling over prices at a yard sale. It's a vital skill that we employ daily, from persuading our kids to eat their veggies to closing a multi-million-dollar business deal. Mastering negotiation skills can yield fantastic benefits such as securing better deals, fostering improved relationships, and resolving conflicts amicably. Imagine being able to navigate any conversation or disagreement with confidence and poise, always finding a middle ground that satisfies all parties involved. This isn't just an enviable skill, it's a life-changing one, and it's attainable for anyone willing to learn and practice. In this video, we're going to explore 5 key strategies to bolster your negotiation prowess. These strategies are designed to equip you with the tools you need to negotiate effectively and successfully, no matter the context or stakes. First, we will learn how to negotiate the process, setting clear objectives and timelines to guide the negotiation. Next, we will delve into the shutdown movie, a strategy that can help you secure an exclusive negotiating period or a commitment to close the deal. Our third strategy will be exploring mutual gains, where we identify common interests and create value for everyone involved. The fourth strategy is about using a fair and external standard to justify your offer and persuade the other party. And finally, we will discuss the importance of being principled and respectful during negotiations, maintaining a positive and professional relationship with the other party, even amidst disagreement or conflict. So are you ready to transform your negotiation skills and become a master negotiator? Stay tuned as we dive deeper into these strategies and discover how to become a master negotiator. Before we dive into strategies, we have a small request. If you find our content helpful, insightful, and practical, please give this video a thumbs up. It's a small gesture, but it goes a long way in helping us reach out to more people like you who can benefit from our content. And why not share this video with your friends, family, or colleagues who might also find it useful? Remember, sharing knowledge is a powerful way of contributing to each other's growth. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more insightful videos like this one. We regularly post educational content designed to help you navigate your personal and professional life with skill and confidence. Now, without further ado, let's get back to our topic and delve into the first strategy to becoming a master negotiator.
Let's kickstart with our first strategy, negotiating the process. Negotiating the process is all about laying the groundwork for a successful negotiation. It's like setting up the chessboard before the game begins. The 3 key elements to consider: setting clear goals, establishing ground rules, and defining deadlines. Firstly, setting clear goals. This is the cornerstone of any negotiation. Knowing what you want to achieve gives you a sense of direction and purpose. It's essential to have both short-term and long-term goals. The short-term goals might be about immediate gains, while the long-term ones might be about building strong relationships for future collaborations. Secondly, establishing ground rules. These are the guidelines that govern the negotiation. They set the tone for the interaction and ensure that all parties are on the same page. Ground rules might include things like respecting each other's viewpoints, maintaining confidentiality, and always striving for a win-win outcome. Lastly, define deadlines. Deadlines bring a sense of urgency to the negotiation. They help to keep things moving and prevent unnecessary delays. But remember, deadlines should be realistic and mutually agreed upon. Now, let's put this into context with an example. Suppose you're negotiating a contract with a potential client. Your goal might be to secure a long-term deal while also ensuring a fair price. The ground rules might include maintaining open communication, being transparent about costs, and honoring all commitments. And the deadline, well, it could be to finalize the contract within a month. In this scenario, you've set a clear goal of securing a long-term deal at a fair price. You've established ground rules that promote transparency and commitment, and you've set a deadline that keeps the negotiation focused and timely. So negotiating the process is about more than just the end result. It's about how you get there. It's about planning, organizing, and managing the negotiation from start to finish. Remember, clarity in the process paves the way for a successful negotiation.
Moving on to our second strategy, the shutdown move. This tactic is all about asking for an exclusive negotiating period or seeking a commitment from the other party to close the deal. It's about creating a sense of urgency and exclusivity, which can often expedite the negotiation process. You're in a business negotiation with a potential vendor. The vendor is also in talks with your competitor. You want to ensure that you have the vendor's undivided attention and commitment. In this situation, you can employ the shutdown move. You might say, we're really interested in your services and we believe that working together could bring us mutual benefits. However, we need an exclusive negotiating period of 2 weeks to finalize the details. Can you commit to that? By asking this, you're not only showing your serious intent, but also creating a space where the vendor can focus solely on your proposition. Now, it's important to note that the shutdown move is not about cornering the other party, but rather about demonstrating your commitment and desire for a focused negotiation. It's a move that requires a balance of assertiveness and respect. Another way to use the shutdown move is by asking for a commitment to close the deal. For instance, with the same vendor, you could say, we are ready to sign the contract by the end of this week if we can agree on the terms. Can we count on you to work with us towards this goal? In both instances, you're not only creating a sense of urgency, but also giving the other party a clear path to a successful negotiation. But remember, the shutdown move is a strategy that should be used wisely. It's not suitable for every negotiation, and it's not a one-size-fits-all approach. It requires careful consideration of the negotiation dynamics and the other party's responses. In a nutshell, the shutdown move can help you secure an exclusive negotiating period or a commitment to close the deal, thus giving you an edge in the negotiation process. A well-executed shutdown move can bring you a step closer to sealing the deal.
Our third strategy revolves around exploring mutual gains. Imagine you're in a dance, tug of war. Negotiation at its core is a dance of interests and needs, not a battle of wills. It's about creating a harmony that benefits everyone involved. That's where the strategy of exploring mutual gains comes into play. And the first step in this dance is to identify the interests and needs of both parties. What do you want to achieve from this negotiation? What does the other party desire? Understanding these aspects is crucial because it lays the foundation for the dance steps that follow. It's like knowing the rhythm before you start to move. Once you've identified the interests and needs, it's time to find ways to create value for everyone. That's where the real magic happens. This is not about splitting the pie, but rather about making the pie bigger so that everyone gets a fair and satisfying slice. Let's illustrate this with an example. Suppose you and a colleague are tasked with a project. You're excellent at crunching numbers, and your colleague is a wizard with words. Instead of competing for who does what part, you could negotiate based on your strengths. You take on the financial analysis and your colleague handles the report writing. This way, the project gets completed efficiently and both of you get to do what you excel at. That's a win-win situation, isn't it? This strategy of exploring mutual gains not only leads to better outcomes, but also strengthens relationships. It fosters a spirit of collaboration and respect rather than competition and conflict. It's a dance that leaves everyone feeling valued and satisfied. Remember, negotiation is not about overpowering the other party, but about finding a solution that benefits all. It's about enlarging the pie, not fighting over the crumbs. So the next time you're in a negotiation, don't just think about what you want. Think about what the other party wants too. Because when both parties win, the victory is sweeter and the dance is more beautiful. Win-win is the mantra of successful negotiation.
Next up is our fourth strategy, using a fair and external standard. This strategy is all about justifying your offer using objective criteria or benchmarks. But what does that mean exactly? Well, think of it as using facts, data, or industry standards to support your position. It's about grounding your argument in something external and verifiable, something that can't be disputed easily. Now, let's bring this to life with an example. Imagine you're negotiating a raise with your boss. Instead of just asking for more money, you could use industry salary data, your performance metrics, or company profit margins to justify your request. Or let's say you're a business owner negotiating prices with a customer. You could refer to market rates, the quality of your products, or the cost of materials and labor to support your pricing. By using this strategy, you're not just pulling numbers out of thin air. You're providing a solid, rational basis for your offer. Objective standards lead to fair outcomes and greater satisfaction.
Lastly, let's talk about our final strategy, being principled and respectful. This strategy underpins all successful negotiations, creating an environment of trust and mutual respect. Maintaining a positive and professional relationship throughout the negotiation process is key. It's about understanding that different viewpoints exist and that it's okay to disagree, but it's not okay to disrespect. Avoiding emotional reactions is also vital. Emotions can cloud our judgment and lead us to make decisions we might regret later. It's essential to keep a cool head even when the stakes are high. Handling difficult situations with grace is another aspect of the strategy. For example, let's say you're negotiating with a family member over a shared responsibility. It's easy for personal feelings to get in the way. But by being principled and respectful, you can navigate this tricky situation, ensuring both parties feel heard and the relationship remains intact. A respectful approach builds trust and fosters better negotiations.
Now that we've covered all the strategies, let's summarize what we've learned. We began with the importance of negotiation, a skill that's not just beneficial, but crucial in every walk of life. Our first strategy was to negotiate the process. Remember, clear goals, ground rules, and deadlines are the bedrock of successful negotiation. Whether you're dealing with a potential employer or a prospective client, setting the framework early on can pave the way for a fruitful discussion. Then we moved on to the shutdown move, a strategy that involves asking for an exclusive negotiating period or a commitment to close the deal. This can be particularly effective when dealing with competitors or vendors, as it fosters a sense of urgency and focus. Thirdly, we explored mutual gains. This strategy urges us to identify the interests and needs of both parties and find ways to create value for everyone. It's about transforming the negotiation from a zero-sum game into a collaborative effort, be it with a colleague or a business partner. Our fourth strategy was using a fair and external standard. Using objective criteria or benchmarks not only justifies your offer, but also lends credibility to it. This can be a game changer when negotiating with a boss or customer, as it shifts the conversation from subjective opinions to objective fact. Lastly, we touched upon the importance of being principled and respectful. Negotiation isn't a battlefield. Maintaining a positive and professional relationship, avoiding emotional reactions, and handling difficult situations with grace can go a long way, whether you're negotiating with a friend or a family member. In essence, each of these strategies is a tool in your negotiation toolbox. The key is to know when and how to use them. Thank you for joining us today. Remember, negotiation is an art that can be mastered with practice. Don't forget to share, and subscribe for more insightful videos. Happy negotiating.